What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are here with a little bit of WOOT action as Mark Thrash is out on the track, putting down his qualifying run. All right. I don't know why TikTok does that to me every time, but had to fix that real quick. I don't know if you guys heard the feedback, but it is Mark Thrash out there. Currently, it's Landon Moody at the top of the charts. Top five going to transfer through on time. Troy in second, Brian Beach in third, Zach Lovelace fourth, and Mitchell Hyatt at that number 5 spot right now. Those guys are transferred in on time. We're going to see if Shane Haas picked up the pace any on lap number 2. No, he is in. He is working lap number 3. Mark Thrash currently out on the charts right now. We got 36 cars that have put on in lap times, make it 37 as Mark Thrash puts a lap time up on the charts. We'll see if hopefully Asher makes it on time. I think he was running a little bit late in NIS, and he's trying to make it. He's got about 2 more minutes before we get into heat racing here tonight. All right, so right now, Mark Thrash out there putting down his second lap. Let's see where he's going to put that thing here tonight. Lovelace in that top 5 right now. Mark Thrash going to come across the line to complete lap number 2. He's going to go up to 13th quick. Can he pick up the pace here on lap number 3? Top 5 going to transfer through. It is so important in WOOT to get those good lap times in your qualifying attempt. So important to get that lap in. It makes your life so much easier not having to race their way up through the field in these heat races where it is absolute chaos. Let's see where Mark Thrash puts that number 38 machine. It looks like he is going to be 13th quickest. He is going to be going into heat race number 1 as it stands right now. Let's see if anybody else puts a lap time. Tyler Autry has not put down a lap time. I know he's in there. I'm not sure if any of these other guys are. Let's go take a look. Autry did not make it back in. Gregory is not in there. Joe. Asher did not make it yet. Who's in the 36? They are registered, but not. Jerry Kelly. Brian Beach took a... I was trying to DQ Brian. Brian fucking qualified and then didn't fucking and then left. I'm just gonna have to block him. All right, let's get ready for heat race number 1 here tonight as they get lined up on the starting grid. Kind of a scumbag move. He knows only the top 5 go through, and then he's going to take one of those spots. Was he top 5? All right. All right, they'll both get blocked. All right. All right, so... Yes, it does. All right, so starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1, I just realized I got the whole wrong tag up there. Go ahead and fix that. All right, these guys got to pull out on the starting grid. Remember, the start is on green. Top 8 transfer through. I keep trying to delete with the fucking mic button. I'm a retard. Oops. That's going to get me banned on TikTok. All right, so It is going to be Matt Best starting on the pole. Brady Gotch in second. Going to be Micah in that number 3 spot. Jonathan Burt in 4th. Going to be Riley Green in the number 5 spot. James Schultz in 8th. Shane Haas in 9th. Going to be Michael in that number 8 spot. Thrasher in 9th. Payson Kelly in 10th. Going to be Ashton Thomas in that number 11 spot. Asa in 12th. Then rounding out the field is going to be, looks like it's going to be James Burke and Robert rounding out the field. Sorry, I'm trying to get my title situated here, guys. Hold on. All right, these guys out on the track right now looking for the green flag this time by. As they come out of turn number 4 looking for the green flag. As they head into the tri-oval. Who's it going to be here tonight in heat race number 1? I did not see Asher in here yet. He might make it. I don't think. He wasn't in this heat, so if he's in heat race number 2, he might be all right. As the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. A little bit of a bobble there in the middle of the field as they try to keep it straight. Brady Gotch going to take the lead. Matt Best back to second. Going to be Jonathan Burt in that number 3 spot. Micah in 4th as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Matt Best to the bottom side. This is open hosted, but it's a little too late as we got a wreck. Down the back straightaway. Big wreck down into turn number 3. Big wreck at the back of the pack. That's going to split up the field a little bit. Let's go see who is in that final transfer spot right now. And right now it is going to be Michael in the final transfer spot. We're going to go back and try and take a look and see what happened there. Bunch of cars going off the track. Ooh. Let's back it up a little bit. That was just hard racing. Looks like it was just hard racing. They get together trying to go 3 and 4 wide. Oh, man. Big wreck there. Oh. Going to come back to Michael taking a flip down the back straightaway. Back up to the front. It is going to be Matt Best and Jonathan Burt side by side, top 5. 2 by 2. We're going to make it top 6 as here comes Ashton Thomas. I don't know what this guy's doing. I might have to boot him. Leaders heading into turn at number 3 and 4, side by side up at the front. The 12 of Brady Gotch up the track as they come out of turn number 4. Mark, are you going to watch him for me? All right, so the leaders up front, Matt Best leading the way as they head down into turn at number 3. Let's go, John's. What's up, John's mom? Go Best Burt. Who you watching? I was watching the guy I was worried about wrecking the field. That's what I was watching. As they come out of turn at number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be Matt Best leading the way. Here comes Jonathan Burt down on the bottom side in that number 16. He's going to take the lead as they come across the line. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be side by side for a second. Jonathan Burt leading the way. Shane Haas in the number 2 spot. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Lap traffic up ahead for these leaders as they head for turn number 3. Down into turn number 3. Pit lap car going to go down onto the apron. Almost LePage's the field. Gets it back down out of the way as they head through turn number 3 at 4. The 44, Matt Best up in the wall. He's going to pull it down. Let's go back here and take a look. It looks like Asa is in that number 7 spot. Travis in the final transfer spot as they come out of turn number 4 across the line. Shane Haas going to take the win. And heat race number 1, Jonathan Burt, Brady Gotch, Micah Ashton, Matt Best, Asa, and Travis going into the feature here tonight. Riley Green, James Schultz, Michael, Darren, James Burke, Payson, Aiden, all going into the Conti, and so is Robert. Oh my God. All right, so first heat race is in. Dang. I know you had the little bobble there, Michael. Thank you for getting down out of the way, though. All right, we're going to get them stacked up here once again for heat race number 2. As it's going to be Jared Gotch starting on the pole here tonight. Braxton Simpson in second. Going to be Shane Weatherington in the number 3 spot. Mark Thrash in 4th. Rico going to start in that number 5 spot. Daniel McConnell going to start in 6th. Going to be Adam in 7th here tonight. Mason Gobick in 8th. Going to be Tanya in that number 9 spot. Lewis in 10th. Bill Sleep in 11th. Going to be Toby in that number 12 position. Matt in 13th. We're going to do David Mayo and Joel rounding out the field. I got to get back up here. I clicked on somebody who wasn't in here and it took the camera off of them. Let's fucking go, right? You have 4 laps to go. That is unfortunate. It didn't put you in either of the heats, so I don't think it's going to let you. I don't think it's going to let you. Let's see. Does it even show you on here anymore? 26 is what you were. You're still showing on here, but I don't know if it's going to let you race. All right, we're going to come out of turn at number 2 looking for the green flag. I know Jared knows, but Braxton starts on green. Looking for that green flag this time by. Going to be 5 laps here for heat race. What's up, Ryan? Long time no see. How have you been? All right, sitting it down into turn at number 3 and 4. Braxton and Jared on that front row. Jared in that number 9 machine. Jared was quick in practice. I got a feeling he's going to be good here tonight. You've been doing a lot of IRL racing, Ryan? I see. What do you got, the little asphalt mod in your picture? Ah. Dan, the man for the week. You know, I wouldn't put it past them. There's some good cars in here. We know Mason will probably be good. Mark, Shane Weatherington, Jared. I don't know much about Braxton, but I'm assuming he's going to be pretty good. We're going to find out if we can keep it clean here. This could be a good one. That race for the win in heat race number 1 was phenomenal. Are we going to see another good race for the win here tonight in heat race number 2? What happened? Let's go, Bill, for the win. Yes, Bill. Bill Sleep from the back to the front would be awesome. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Got a little bit of a blinker down there in the middle of the pack as they're 3 wide in the rear heading into turn number 1 and 2. Looks like Joel's going to back off a little bit. He's seen it was a little crazy on the start in heat race number 1. Knows if he can make it through the big one, he could possibly make it into tonight's race as they come down the back straightaway. Wow, that's wild. I didn't even know. I heard a lot of people are coming back this winter on iRacing. Go John Burt, says Alex. Burt actually had a pretty good run in heat race number 1. As these guys come across the line, Weatherington is going to lead lap number 1. Oh, Mark Thrash trying to take it away from him. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be side by side for that number 2 spot. Mark Thrash up on the high side. Weatherington leading the way in that number 24. Jared Gotch down on the bottom. I'll tell you what, right there, that is an aggressive pair down on that bottom side, or side by side, looking for the lead. Jared and Shane, both those guys pretty aggressive. It's going to be crazy to see what happens as they go 3 wide into turn number 3. You need to get back into dirt. Yeah, dirt, you just crashed different. The 38 is worse than the Bears. Oh, my God. You hear that, Mark? You know who's saying that. Jared's going to lead the way. Braxton in second. Daniel McConnell up to the number 3 spot. Daniel's in a Danica car. Him and, big bobble out of the number 10 ahead. A big save. Big save as they come out of turn number 2. A little bit of contact there, though, with Weatherington. Weatherington in that bubble spot. Down the back straightaway looking for turn at number 3. It is getting exciting up at the front as these guys trying to race their way in. It looks like Adam with a little bit. Oh, no, Weatherington goes around in the number 24. That he's going to collect Tanya as there is no caution flags in this. He's going to have to go to the Conti. You're spotting for Burt. Nice. Jared going to lead the way. Here comes Daniel McConnell looking to the outside. Oh, Daniel going to look to think about 3 wide as Gobic goes into the number 2 spot. How about Mason threading the needle, getting up to the number 2 spot? He is making a run for the win here tonight in heat race number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Here comes Mason up underneath as they head into turn at number 3 and 4. This is actually pretty awesome. These cars. Bill is in 11th right now. He's going to need some help. He's about 5 seconds back from this battle right here. As they head to the trial, we've got a battle for the lead as Lewis looking to the outside of Mason. It's going to be Mason at the line. White flag is out. White flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Mason down on the bottom in that number 27. The 41 of Lewis up high, side by side. Out of turn number 2. Mason takes the lead back sideways out of turn number 2. Mason trying to work those lines. It's not quite the same as Mark's going to give him a bump. Heading into turn number 3. Mason, they're dirt tracking around turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Mason hard on the wall. He's going to collect the 41. They collect Jared. They collect Daniel. That's going to change a lot here as Braxton going to lead it as Mark Thrash looking for the lead through the tri-oval. Can't get there. Braxton going to take the win. Mark Thrash, Adam, Rico, Jared Gotch, Matt, Bill Sleep makes his way in. David Mayo makes his way in. Daniel Lewis, Mason Gobic, Joel Weatherington, and Tanya having to go to the Conci here tonight. What an exciting one. What's up, Smiles? For heat race number 2. There were like 3 of you sideways. Oh man, what a wild one here in heat race number 2, and we still got the Conci. He met in the LCQ. I haven't seen a Dots car yet. Well, you know, this is the first time I think we've done COT on WOOT. It's wild. All right, we're going to go ahead and stack them up for the LCQ. Oh, boy, it is going to be Riley Green. Riley, you're starting on the pole, bud. It's going to be Riley Green starting on the pole here in the LCQ. Daniel McConnell in second. Going to be James Schultz in the number 3 spot. Mason Gobic in 4th. Darren Thrasher going to start in that number 5 position. Lewis in 6th. James Burke in 7th. Joel going to start back in that number 8 spot. Payson Kelly in 9th. Going to be Tanya in 10th. Aiden in 11th. Shane Weatherington in 12th. Then running out the field, Asher Hansen, Michael, and Robert to round up tonight's 14-car field. You can't park there. I know. I was surprised it even let you. You got your work cut out for you here, Asher.
I think we had like 4 cautions last like 15 laps.
Wow.
I literally off that far right when I crossed the line.
Someone has a bounty. Yeah, I saw that. Ugh. All right, we're going to rack them up into turn number 3. It is going to be 6 lap. All right, 6 laps, guys. Top 5 transfer through. We don't need the pit road thing. Let me get rid of that. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, Riley Green going to lead the field. This start is on green. Now, I'm not talking about Riley Green. I'm talking about the green flag. I had to specify because you know what he was thinking. All right, we got him sacked up 2 by 2 down the front straightaway, looking for that restart zone. This is going to be interesting. Riley Green and Daniel McConnell on that front row. Who is going to survive? That is going to be the question. Top 5 transfer through here tonight. 6 laps in the LCQ. Green flag is out. I said that in the driver's meeting, so. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Going to be Riley out front. Mason in second. Daniel in third as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Top 5 going to transfer through. Right now it is Schultz in that final transfer spot. Where is Asher? Asher currently in that number 9 position, looking to race his way up through in that number 26. He has got 0 practice. I don't know if he's even ever ran this car, at least not that much, as they head into turn number 1 and 2, but definitely suits his style as they're door to door. Oh, Riley Green trying to hold on, leans into Mason. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Nothing like some short track racing at Talladega. Up at the front for the lead. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Mason up into the wall in number 27. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, it is going to be all Riley Green out front. Lewis in second, McConnell in third, Darren Thrasher in fourth, and Michael, remember, he ended up crashing and ended up on his lid at one time, going a lap down in his heat race, currently in that 5th and final transfer spot as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Looks like some of these guys ready to just settle in and put some laps in. They know it is 6 laps here. Oh, 34. Michael gets the wall. There goes the M&M's car down to the bottom. He's going to take the chicane that's not there down the back straightaway. Asher is in that number 8 spot, slowly and methodically moving his way up. He's going to be up into the number 6 spot out of turn number 4. One more spot to a transfer position. Will he get there as they are side by side up at the front? Riley Green is going to lead that time by. Riley was here when Riley's been, he's been hanging around for a bit now. I enjoy having Riley around. He's fun. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Riley Green going to hold on to that thing sideways. A 34. Big wreck down at the back of the pack. Oh, no. James Schultz gets caught up in that one in the number 88. That is unfortunate. Oh, my God. Joel just comes flying in there and absolutely kills Michael. Oh, a little bit of contact. Mason up the wall, into the wall in that number 27. I'll tell you what, Asher started at the back of the pack. He has moved his way up into that number 3 position. Damage on James Burke's number 5 machine there as Asher tries to find his way around. He's definitely faster. The leader is losing him as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, it was Michael. Michael took a one hell of a ride. Joel's going to be done. Payson is done as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Asher up to the high side into turn number 3. Does he have time to catch the leader? It is going to be 1 lap to go when they hit the white flag. It is Talladega for sure. It's not looking like normal Talladega though, is it? Oh, we're in the COT. No restrictor play. 248 miles per hour was the top speed for Mason and Darren. Those two just hooked up and put down some heaters. Asher tried to close the gap as we are in the white flag. Right now it is Mason in that final transfer spot. Daniel is too far back. He's going to need somebody to have some bad luck as they drag themselves back into the battle. Lewis leads the way. Here comes Asher to the outside. Started in the back. Oh, we got him in the wall. Mason. Oh, no. Asher, turn around. Go, go, go. Oh, no. Mason gets into him. This is going to put Daniel back up in the mix. Back up to the front. It's going to be Lewis leading the way. Here comes Thrasher in the number 42 on the outside. They touch. Coming to the line. It's going to be Lewis, Darren, Burke, Daniel, Mason, and Asher is not going to make it in the number 26. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. That was insane. No way. Hold on. I got one. Let me go get it. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if...
Man. Just watched my money disappear.
Is that the one you wanted?
And I made the money. I made the money too.
Is that what you wanted, Demon? Yeah. That is unfortunate for Asher, but what a race. All right, guys, you got a 3-minute warm up here. Go ahead and use it as you want. I don't care if you want to wreck each other, drive around in reverse. Just don't get yourself DQ'd. You got 3 minutes. Do what you want. What's up? What's up, Rowdy? Dude was on a mission. Yes. That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. As these guys are going to pull out the track, goof around a little bit. Shane Haas already out there running in reverse. Yeah, look, you were killing it for a little bit while there, Riley. I was impressed. This is a hard car to drive. These guys out here having a little bit of fun. It was. It's a fun track. Are you talking about in turn 3 there? Yeah, I saw you pushed up the track, got a little loose there. I said, were you talking about when you and Asher got together in turn 3 when you pushed up the track there, got sideways?
That I had and burnt the tires up, and I'm not a reckless driver. I try to take it easy.
Yeah.
And I broke loose and got sideways, and that's all I did.
Shit, we all saw heat race number 2 where they were all sideways in turn 3, so yeah, I get it. We all get it.
That last race, man, I was going for the win, and it ended up being 3 wide. I got tagged, took me out, wrecked my car. I was a little bit mad about that, but everybody wants to win.
Yeah, it gets a little chaotic. The feature usually cleans itself up. I'm telling you guys though, I would watch out for that 27. He just caught a lot of bad luck in that Conti, but he's fast.
Somebody just died. I just got T-boned and somebody died.
Someone hit me.
Hey, we're live. It's unalived. It's unalived. Remember?
Oh, my fault.
Are we live, James?
We are not alive. Someone hit me.
All right.
These things are hard to handle under draft.
You know, it's funny. It's been the harder ones to drive that we've had the best races on. I think we might. This one might be a little struggle, but if you guys do get caught up in a feature, remember, if I don't throw the caution, when I do throw a caution, just take your laps back. Go get that fast repair. You got one fast repair here tonight.
So I got a question. Since I made the feature, does that mean that I'm somewhat decent on this game?
Some will say making the feature for WOOT is an art form.
Or dumb luck.
All right, let's get ready for tonight's main event as these guys get it. It is going to be Landon Moody starting on the pole here tonight. Troy in second if he's still here. Brian Beach is not here in that number 3 spot. Zach Lovelace in 4th. Going to be Mitchell in that number 5 spot. Shane Haas in 6th. Braxton Simpson in 7th. Going to be Jonathan Burt in that number 8 spot. Mark Thrash in 9th. Brady Gotch in 10th. Going to be Adam in that number 10 position. Micah in 12th. Rico in that number 13 spot. Going to be Ashton Thomas in the number 14 position. Jared Gotch in 15th. Going to be Matt Best in 16th. Matt in 17th. Asa is not here in that number 18 spot. Bill Sleep going to start in 19th here tonight. Travis in 20th. Going to be David Mayo in the 21st spot. Lewis in 22nd. Darren Thrasher in 23rd. Going to be James Burke 24th. And then rounding out the field here tonight, it is going to be Daniel McConnell and Mason Gobick. I was just about to ask if you were scared. Yeah, just make sure you guys all thank John's mom.
Thanks, John's mom.
Thanks, John, Mom.
That's John and Matt's mom.
It would have been a fun race, Asher. Man, you were digging. You were digging. Thank you for fostering Matt as well, John's mom. That's what they said. All right, we are looking.
Why they never added any Dodge cars to iRacing?
We got them stacked up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag this time by. Just a reminder, start is on green. Restarts will be on leader, so this start will be on green. You got way too greedy. You were digging, though. It was pretty fun to watch. They probably just figured we had enough to dodge on iRacing. We didn't need a dodge. Well, you know, I think the truck is appropriate because we're definitely going to be ramming things. Yeah, I don't. He got loose. I mean, it is what it is. He apologized. I don't know if you heard him. Green flag is out as Landon Moody gets on the gas. He's got Mitchell all over the back of him as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Green flag into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to keep it straight for now. They got one fast repair here tonight. Will they be able to hold on to it as they head through turn number 1 and 2? Looks like everybody kind of just settling in right now, finding their groove. 30 laps here tonight for the main event. there's a couple guys we know won't hold back. There are definitely a couple guys we might see move up to the front, but tires are going to be an issue here tonight. This will be one of the few times we have an issue with tires on WOoT. When we do the 87s, they get a little whooped, but tires definitely going to be an issue here tonight. Jonathan Burt ended up getting back out on the track. Yeah, well, you know, Landon Moody, you know. Down into turn at number 1 and 2. Going to be Moody leading the way. Mitchell in second. Mark Thrash in that number 3 spot side by side with Lovelace down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 2 by 2 a long way through the field. Oh, they're going to start to straighten it out as they get into the wall in turn number 3. Couple cars caught up in the wall in 3 and 4. They're going to pull it off that number 30 of Troy up into the wall. He started up towards the front right now, falling backwards down 13 spots. He's going to go back here, probably take it easy a bit. You got to take care of those tires. Down into turn number 1 and 2. 2 laps complete. Moody out front. These guys starting to get single file right now. Lovelace, though, on the outside of the ton of Adam. Out of turn number 2. Oh, a little bit of fishtailing out of turn number 2. I think that was Jared that was real sideways. No, out of turn number 2 in that number 9 machine. Jared going to get up underneath Lovelace. Lovelace looking for a spot to get down. Is going to push up the track. Here comes the 13. The 31 of Micah in that Red Bull machine up underneath Lovelace. Oh, big save out of Brady on the front straightaway. That tri-oval is definitely a little tricky in this cars. Let's go Burke, says Schultz. Schultz, you just can't catch any luck. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It's going to be top 2, starting to pull away a little bit. Oh, we got one down. The Aflac car way down the track. He's going to get pulled back up as they're 3 wide. Oh, big wreck as Jared wrecks him into turn number 3 and 4. Caution flag comes out. Looked like Jared might have gotten loose and then pushed up the track. Let's go ahead and find Jared here as we get the big one here. Well, a semi-big one. Yeah, I think they just ran out of room. They were 3 wide. Jared pushed up the track a bit. Let's go far chase. Yeah, he just got the run, and the draft just pushed up the track. Absolutely killed Thrash and Lovelace into the outside wall. Not a whole lot they could do there. That is unfortunate. Oh my God. Who went in the spin cycle up there? That was Micah. Let's go take a look and see what happened to Micah. Oh, he just fucked up. He just fucked up and then got hit from behind by Matt Best. Oh my God. Okay. All right, so tires are going to be a thing here tonight as we come to complete. Who did a demon? That was Micah. A couple cars going down onto pit road. We're going to go ahead and clear black flags here as they drive down pit road. Got a couple guys needing to get their fast repairs done. Looks like Landon Moody, Mitchell, Shane Haas, Ashton Thomas, and Matt all going to stay out. Everybody else down on pit road. Still got a few guys that have to catch the field. Looks like Travis is going to stay out. He got a little bit of contact there. I don't know how that's going to affect him. Looks like Micah is going to stay out in the number 31. And nobody else is here, so we're going to move back up to the front. A lot of cars down on pit road right now taking advantage of some tires. Oh, that is unfortunate. Just get it done. We'll get you back. You know, you'll get some laps back when we get the cautions. What are my rolls? I don't know. It depends on what rolls you're talking about. All right, so working the first caution flag of the night here tonight, as it looks like we had a couple of guys stuck down on pit road. How did Jonathan get damage? I am not sure what happened to Jonathan. Either way, we got a bunch of guys down on pit road getting some damage repaired. Some of those guys are stuck as the pace car hits the end of pit road. I think they barely. Yeah, I feel like as the skill level is higher than some of the other guys, and you're not able to do some of the things that you do well. I think it's part of the problem. So we're going to stack them up 2 by 2, looking for that green flag this time by. Looks like a few guys still stuck on pit road. Man, 3 of you, I think, did not check your fast repair, or 4 of you. As they are stacked up 2 by 2, we're going to be looking for that green flag this time by Moody on that front row. Just a reminder, this start is on Landon Moody. Shut the fuck up. I'm not out on the track with him. I don't think I would say that. You know, we have this thing called DARM. Hopefully you don't figure it out. He's not in the 84. All right, looking for the green flag this time by as they come down the front straightaway. Who's it gonna be? Moody got called slow. So it does look like Jared got back out there. We're waiting on Lovelace and Thrash, as unfortunate for them. They did not check their fast repair, and they got required damage as the green flag is out. Moody going to get a good jump. Shane Haas in second. Mitchell in that number 3 spot on the outside. I'll tell you what, Ashton Thomas ain't looking too sleepy here tonight. Sitting in the number 4 spot, looking pretty good. Can he close the deal out here tonight and pull the upset? Be awful interesting to find out as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Mitchell up by the wall. You're cooking, Moody. That's hilarious. Hey, Moody, is Asher telling you how slow you are? He's silent. He's got nothing to say. Oh, contact with Shane and Ashton. Couple contact. Couple into the wall. They keep it straight down the back straightaway. Big save out of a lot of cars there down the back straightaway. So definitely some damaged cars there from that one as they head into turn number 3 and 4. The 41 is going to right rear Shane Haas. Shane Haas has got to hold on to it. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Big damage on that number 03 machine. It's going to be Moody out front, but Mitchell is closing the gap as they come down to the line. Going to be 9 laps complete. 9 laps complete as they head into turn number 1 and 2. I'm actually surprised they held on to that. Matt Best in the number 3 spot. Watch for him to try to close the gap. Brady Gotch in that number 4 position as Adam has a little bit of internet malfunction there out of turn number 2. Best is running the wheels off of that thing. He was sideways out of turn number 2. Yeah, you had to let him get the pole for once. How'd you end up doing in your NIS race, by the way? Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Moody and Mitchell going to lead the way, but I'll tell you what, this pack is catching them. Here comes Brady Gotch getting up underneath Matt Best, sideways through the tri-oval. Holy shit. Brady had his hands full. Down into turn number 1 and 2. This has got me smiling. This is actually pretty awesome as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Brady on the bottom, Matt Best up high, both of them sideways. So is Mitchell. Big save by Mitchell in that M&M's machine. I've seen some phenomenal saves here tonight so far as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Landon Moody leading the way. Brady in that number 3 spot, Adam in 3rd, Matt Best in the number 4 position. Here comes Mitchell, and I'll tell you what, our LCQ winner, Lewis, is making his way up underneath Mitchell, looking for the top 5 through the tri-oval, down the front straightaway into turn number 1. We got a battle for the lead as Brady to the outside of Moody as they head through turn number 1 and 2. They're side by side for 3rd behind him. Brady's got to get back in line. Not great. Oof. That is, oh no! We got one down, the 10 of Adam, hard into the inside wall. Oh, no, he didn't hit it too hard. Oh, we got another wreck. James Burke goes around. They keep it straight as they head into turn. Oh, Moody's in the wall. All kinds of things going on as they come out of turn number 4. Brady Gotch leads the way. Matt Best in second. Here comes Matt. Matt's going to take the lead at the line. Brady got sideways through the tri-oval. Matt Best takes advantage, goes around him, and takes the lead into turn number 1. So we got a little bit of a pack here. Here comes Jonathan Burt in that number 16. He's having a solid run. Oh, one sideways. That's the 42 of Thrasher down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Looks like Lovelace and Thrash did not make it back out on the track as we got a battle for second. Here comes Landon Moody up underneath the 12 out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. So much to watch. This is exciting as they come through the tri-oval. It is going to be 13 laps complete. Oh, did Adam pull off or did he just go on pit road? Looks like Mark Thrash going to come out on the track after that 8 minutes as they head through turn number 1 and 2. He's going to have to go down and get that fast repair. Oh, one into the wall. That's going to be Brady. Oh, boy. Brady got the wall, and I'll tell you what, we had the 13 of Mitchell with his hands full out of turn number 2. Turn number 2 is treacherous here tonight. Matt Best leads the way. Landon Moody trying to close the gap. He is closing the gap in a hurry through the tri-oval. It is going to be 14 laps complete. If we get another caution, another spin, we will be throwing a caution flag here as Matt Best continues to lead the way. You're rooting for Lewis? All right. Lewis is up to 3rd. Lewis is on the move. Lewis up to that number 3 spot. Here comes Moody trying to work Best. He's going to lose ground as we got one up into the wall. I think that's Thrasher in the 42. He's going to fall back behind Mitchell. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be single file for the leaders for now. These guys have their hands full. I'm assuming we're going to probably get a caution at some point here in the near future as we got one Troy down onto pit road, back up to the front. Moody trying to work him at Best. Lovelace has a new car. He is making moves with that fresh rubber out of turn number 2. Oh, Lovelace! Lovelace, no! Oh my God, Lovelace goes for a ride out of turn number 2. Hey, this is looking awful familiar to Tuesday with all them people getting loose out of turn 2. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. It is a battle for the lead. Landon Moody down low, Matt Best up high as they come to the line. Matt Best going to lead it that time by Moody down low. They almost touch heading into turn number 1 and 2. Moody going to take the lead, slides up in front of Best. Best going to get in line. Single file for the leaders. Everybody's pretty spread out right now. Will we get a pack? Up at the front. Oh, it is getting racy right here around the middle of the pack. These guys struggling a little bit with the handling. As they head into turn number 3, Lewis says he's going to collect the bounty on Moody as they come out of turn at number 4. Matt Best hounding Landon Moody, trying to get back around him as they come out of the tri-oval to the line, heading for turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Best all over the back of Moody into turn number 1 and 2. Best got the run, but the middle of the turn, Moody is so quick, pulls away from Matt Best. Being behind that other car has got to be playing havoc on that arrow. And it pulls you through a lot faster, so that's got to be playing a role here tonight as they head for turn number 3 and 4. Moody going to continue to lead the way. Matt Best in second. Lewis in third. Mitchell in that number 4 spot. Darren in 5th. Shane Haas in 6th. Brady Gotch in the number 7 spot. This is the most spread out we've ever seen WOOT. If somebody spins, we are going to get a caution. So we'll see what happens. Here comes Matt Best up underneath Moody as they head through turn at number 1 and 2. Side by side, Best has the run. Moody up high. Out of turn 2, they almost touch. They keep it straight down the back straightaway. Drag race looking for turn at number 3. Lap traffic up ahead as they head into turn at number 3 and 4. Door to door. Who's it going to be here tonight? Right now it is between Moody and Best. Will somebody else save a little bit more tire? Get up into the race. People doing the hokey pokey. As they come down the front straightaway, going to be 19 laps complete. Who is going to lead this time by as Mason going to jump up to the hot top, let these guys around. It is going to be 19 laps complete. More cars coming off of pit road as Moody continues the lead on the outside. Matt Best in. Oh, they touch. Big save out of Landon Moody. That was amazing. Here comes Lewis. Lewis going to move up into the number 2 spot. Moody falls back to 3rd. Lewis going to put the move on Matt Best into turn at number 3 and 4. No, he's going to stay in line. Out of turn at number 4. Oh, I'm sure. That's why I'm assuming we're probably going to get a caution. at somebody's point. Moody going to roll up underneath Lewis, move into that number 2 spot, go to work on Matt Best. Matt Best leads the way as they come out of turn number 4, or turn number 2, down the back straightaway, single file, lap traffic up ahead. Here comes Moody looking for the lead. Can't get the run, has to get back in line. Those tires have to be screaming for help. Shane Haas has moved up into that number 5 spot. The pack is starting to move closer together as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, 21 laps complete when they cross the line, this time by 9 laps to go. Here comes Landon Moody. Moody going to get up underneath Best. Best going to give him a lot of room. Felt bad about the contact there as Moody's going to lead that time by. Best going to go back to work on that number 10 machine as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It doesn't look like damage is playing as big a role on these cars as you would expect. Matt Best definitely has some right fender damage as they... Oh! Where are you going, Mark? Mark likes that chicane. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Landon Moody, Matt Best, Lewis Mitchell, Shane Haas, Darren Thrasher, Brady Gotch, Jonathan Burt, Micah, David Mayo, Travis, Bill Sleep. These guys nose to tail, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Mayo currently in that number 10 spot, back up to the front. Mitchell trying to make a move on Lewis. Looks like Lewis's tires starting to scream a little bit for help as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. We got one spun up ahead. Caution flag comes out. All right, guys. If you are a lap down, go around the top side, around these guys. Just take your laps back. If you're on the lead lap, stay down on the yellow line. Honestly, for spread out, that was some awesome racing. What did you say, Demon? All right, so we are catching the pace car. We're going to see some people probably hit pit road. Remember, guys, be mindful of the lap cars coming to the high side. They're going to be ripping at about 100 or 230 when they come around you, so make sure you give them plenty of room. All right, so exciting night of racing here tonight as we are 23. It's going to be 24 laps into this one when they hit pit road here this time by, and I don't think anyone is going to stay out here. It is a quick woot race for sure. Matt Best going to close the gap on Landon Moody, trying to get that advantage, hopefully to pull out ahead of him. Best does have a little bit of damage on that nose. Let's see, what did you... Oh, it was quiet. Yeah, we knew it was going to... I knew it was going to happen because, you know, obviously they were running out of tire. All right, I just want to let you guys know, Adam, Troy, Matt, you guys are on the lead lap right now. Matt Best is going to beat Moody out by a ton. I wonder, did he take 2 tires? Lewis is funny. I like him. I like Lewis. All right, so a couple of these guys going down on pit road. I'm going ahead and clearing their black flag so they don't get that hold on pit road after passing the pace car. Looks like Mark Thrash and Lovelace still getting some laps back. All right, remember, we still got some cars that were many laps down that are getting their laps back, so give them room. All right, so Mark's got quite a few laps to get. So does Lovelace. Mason might be done for the night. He is not out on the track. Looks like Troy and Jared both coming, or Troy's coming off pit road. Jared's still on pit road as they head into turn at number 3 and 4. Should be 1 to go this time by. Here comes another lap for Lovelace. I'm just clearing blacks right now, making sure these guys get off of pit road, no problem. Gonna have to clear them when we get back green. Getting ready to stack them up once again as they head into the trial. It is going to be a 4-lap shootout here. All right, what are the chances are you guys think we are going to get a caution flag here, or will we make it to the white flag? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think as they head down the front straightaway looking for 1 to go? No, but Lovelace is probably going to come get one more marks on pit road. You know, I'm going to say that some of these cars didn't look like they were that slow with some damage. All right, so if we get another caution, Mark and Lovelace might be able to get back on the lead lap. Looks like Jared Gotch. As they come down the back straightaway, we are looking for that green flag this time by 4 lap shootout here. Looks like Mark's going to grab one more. Oh, that's enough. Let's get enough in the chat for the thrash can. He just didn't want to be on the same lap as Lovelace. I bet it's very, very possible. We haven't had one in the feature yet, so. As they head into turn number 3 and 4. Looking for the green flag this time by. Mark, you'll know how everybody's got a black. If you got to clear all, right? You got to clear all for your black, right? Yeah, just clear the blacks because I know y'all are going to get it. Green flag is out as Matt Best gets on the gas. He's going to pull away from Mitchell and Moody. Mitchell going to move up the track. Moody's going to get in line as they try to go single file for the top 5 into turn number 1 and 2. Will they keep it that way? That's going to be the biggest question as they head through turn number 1 and 2. No, Mitchell going to look to the outside already out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, we're going to see some desperation from some of these guys in the back. That could create some chaos as they head for turn number 3. Landon Moody to the bottom side. He's going to take the lead. They're 3 wide for second into 3 and 4. 3 wide for second. I wonder if Matt Best only took... No, he took 4 tires. Best did take 4 tires. So I thought maybe he took 2 because he was so much quicker, but Moody just took longer. Might have been taking some damage, but Moody is going to lead that time by with 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go. Moody leads the way. Here comes Jonathan Burt in the number 16. Up underneath, up to the number 2 spot. We haven't talked about him much all day long as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. One sideways. Big save at the back of the pack. It was Troy, I think. Someone had our hands full back there in the pack as we're side by side for the lead. Moody down on the bottom. Jonathan Burt up high as they are 2 by 2 out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, battles behind them. But we're watching the battle for the lead as who is going to lead this time by with 2 laps to go. Give it to Moody at the line. Here comes Shane Haas. Oh, we got a big run up on the high side from Matt Best. Matt Best thinking about 3 wide. He's going to get behind his teammate. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Top side trying to form. They're going to be 3 wide back in the middle of the pack. Split the difference out of turn. No, we got to wreck. We're wrecking. We're wrecking down in the back straightaway. Oh, one flipping. Caution flag comes out. Well, we got your flipper. Oh, the 42 came off the wall. Big. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That wreck was worth the price of admission right there. I know Mitchell's not happy, but man, that was a wreck. So 42 is going to grab the wall. Oh. Oh, no. He's going to hammer that wall. Boom. Oh. Big hit out of the 13. What a wreck down the back straightaway. Holy cow. He had to take the toe. Landon Moody leads the way. Mark Thrash and Lovelace going to try to get back on the lead lap. All right, Mark, you have 3 laps to get back, so you got to pass him 3 times. Lovelace, you're 4 laps down. He got some serious air. I guarantee. Is Jonathan out here keeping you at the edge of your seat? Because this is wild up at the front. We got a couple guys going on pit road. I think that's a pretty smart move, coming down and getting tires, especially for towards the back. As these guys roll around, 30 laps complete, we're going to get a green, a white checker here tonight. Looking for that green flag here pretty soon. I'll tell you what, this could be wild. I mean, it probably will be wild, but it has been some. Okay. Just cash at me. Okay. I just played. I'm going to add a lap when you guys hit the line, just so you know. I mean, it was a lot better before he changed his number. Even when he was the 5. All right, so it is going to be 31 laps in the books. We're going to give him one more lap to get Lovelace back on the lead lap. Mark Thrash going to get his lap back right here. Yeah, Lovelace is going to need one more lap to get it back. Why are they pissed in Discord? Oh, they're close on fuel. How close? How close are you on fuel? Oh, that's enough. I might be able to. Lovelace is not too far back, I guess. Just clutch it and let Bert push you around. Don't give him a choice. Okay, so I should just go green. Well, we could get another green-white checker. We may not be done, guys. There are 3 green-white checkers, and Landon Moody's up front still. The bad news is nobody's in front of him for a wreck, so. All right, we are looking for the green flag as they come down the front straightaway. Mark Thrash going to catch the back of the field just in time. Where are you going, Mark? Green flag is out as Moody gets on the gas across the line. It is going to be 2 to go as head into turn number 1 and 2. No, I saw you. Down into turn number 1 and 2, going to be Moody leading the way. Jonathan Burt in second as they come out of turn number 2. John, make us proud, they say. What's up, What's up, Dan? Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Will we make it to the white flag? Right now it is Moody out front. Jonathan Burt in second as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, going to be Moody leading the way. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. White flag is out. Does Burt have anything for that number 10 as they head down into turn number 1 and 2? It is getting dicey back in the pack. Burt trying to close the gap. He is closing the gap as they come out of turn number 2. The 3 wide in the middle of the pack. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Burt trying to take the run down the back straightaway. He's going to move to the bottom. Moody up high. They're side by side. Here comes Jonathan Burt down to the bottom side. Matt Best in the wall. Side by side for the lead. Burt down low. Moody up high. It's going to be a drag race out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, looking for that checkered flag. Burt's going to use him up. He gets up into the door. Moody pushes back down. It's coming to the line. They bang doors. It's going to be Jonathan Burt. Lynn and Moody, Brady Gotch at the line, and then they all die. Oh, my God. What a finish here tonight as Jonathan Burt takes the win. That is a .020. Gotch came out of nowhere. What a run here tonight. What a race here tonight. Jonathan Burt taking the win. Let's go ahead and hit those results. Yeah, right. I know you're happy. That was amazing. It's going to be Jonathan Burt with the win. Landon Moody second. Brady Gotch in third. Going to be Shane Haas in that number 4 spot. Lewis in 5th. Ashton Thomas in that number 6 position. Mark Thrash in 7th. Micah going to bring it home in 8th. James Burke in 9th. Good run for him. Adam in 10th. Could be Matt Best in the number 11 spot. Troy in 12th. Bill Sleep 13th. Matt in 14th. Mitchell going to be in that number 15 position. Darren Thrasher in 16th. David Mayo going to bring it home in 17th here tonight. Lovelace in 18th. Travis in 19th. Jared Gotch in that number 20 spot. Mason Gobick in 21st. And I got to click it down, don't I? Going to be Daniel McConnell in 22nd, Rico 23rd, and the rest of those guys did not start. Let's go ahead and, man, I want to go back and look at that again. Man, what a finish. What a freaking finish. Go ahead and slow-mo that as I pull these guys in. Wow. Awesome racing. Honestly, some great racing here tonight. I know Bert's happy. I hear him giggling right now.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
He's going to be, thank you for calling Apple. You got the WOoT winner here tonight. How can I help you?
Go Apple.
All right, Brady, man, up and down night for you here tonight, but you were fast all night long, stealing that number 3 spot late here tonight. What a run out of that number 12.
Yeah, it was a wild ride. This was a pretty fun mix of an Indy feel / 87 mix car. That was a difficult car to handle and maintain throughout the whole run.
Yeah, it was definitely tricky. Tire wear was an issue. You had to manage that. The car was loose, a lot of power, but it seemed like everybody started to close together. The draft still played a big role here tonight. Man, what was your strategy once you got into the feature? Just survival, or did you have to save some tire?
For me, it's always survival, but if I can methodically make my way closer to the front, the track position, no matter what it is that we're running, seems to be a big factor, along with the tire wear when that comes in. So I just, one at a time, tried to make my way towards the front, and then I got a little hint from somebody about what to do and how to run and how to hit the corners, and it started to really click. But once I got some front end damage, had some tire damage, kept falling back, and that caution saved me. Made my way back up to the front with what I learned and had a shot at the top 3 at the end.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
First off, thank you for hosting. Second off, John's mom. Thank you, John's mom. Then we got Jared Gotch Trucking, Gotch Racing. And that'll do it.
You know, we've turned a Texas speed tradition into an MDiTV tradition.
Yeah, I know. It's y'all's now at this point.
That's freaking awesome. Well, great run, Brady. Appreciate you. It was good to see both you and Jared. I know Jared didn't survive the whole thing, but it's good to see you both in the feature tonight.
Yep, we did it. Mark it down on the calendar.
Well, Landon, you were second best tonight. Jonathan Burt sneaking up on you late. Man, what a race to the finish line. You had to have a smile on your face all night tonight.
That was really fun. I mean, you know, I ain't much of a super speedway racer, and I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this kind of racing, but like this was way different than what we are used to running with WOOT. I mean, normally it's just big packs and just a lot of pushing and shoving going around, but I mean, this was a very technical race. Like you really had to save your equipment. You had to be very conservative about your tires and the car itself, and it was really tough the way it drove. I mean, and it's like what Brady said, and it makes a lot of sense now. Like this is like a 87 / IndyCar kind of, I guess, like a mix, like a hybrid. Like you got the high speeds of the IndyCar, and then you got the big heavy stock cars and the 87s. Like it's kind of a good way of putting it, actually.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it. I thought it was nice to have the little technical. I mean, you guys still stayed close enough. There was racing all over the track. It seemed like wherever you guys would be, there was a lot of good racing. And you got to race a lot of different people up at the front, but all good racing with everybody you race with tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think me and Matt Best. I mean, I think we put on probably the best battle for the lead at a super speedway I think we've ever had on WOOT. Just because, even though it was like a 2-car battle, I mean, it's just crazy to think like we'd have the field spread out like that, and it kind of felt like a mile and a half, like I was racing a mile and a half NASCAR race. It was just the way the field was and the way the racing was. I mean, that was phenomenal.
You know, we were closing in on that late caution, with about 5 laps to go, and you and Matt were racing hard, and that's where you guys got together. You had an amazing save there, but the rest of the field was starting to catch up. Maybe tire wear becoming a factor, and you were getting the pack. I don't know if you noticed, but were you worried about those guys catching you and adding more cars to that battle with you and Matt?
I mean, yeah, no. The way a lot remind me a lot of how the Indy cars race at, especially if you've ever done like the Indy 500. Like you want to kind of be defensive and not let them get the draft, and kind of let them fight for it. Like just do that little defensive maneuver on the back straight just to not let them get the draft. Because if you do get the draft, and these things, it is a very strong draft, like a very IndyCar-esque draft level. It's very strong, and I knew if I could stay out in front, and because I knew the corners would be the best way I would be able to gain time, because like when you're behind somebody, you are lifting out a lot on the throttle, like you're way out of the gas, and you have to, if you don't lift enough, you're going to go push up into the wall and lose even more time, and it'll wreck the field. But it's just really the track position does kind of come into play. But I mean, it's just like I said, this was a conservative race. You had to really save your stuff and really be smart about how to drive the race car.
Well, great run here tonight. You got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank you for putting on this deal every week. This was probably I'd say probably one of my favorite WOOT races. I mean, I had a blast. The battles were great. Everybody did great, I thought, tonight. Shout out to everybody I was racing: Mark, Shane, Micah, Mayo, all those guys who made it in tonight. 3D Racing, Justin Norwood Sim Sports, Precision 3D Prints and Design, and John's mom. And good job to John on the win.
Good win here tonight, John. You missed the start, and then somehow you got damage under that first caution, and I was like, how did he get damage?
Oh, I got Zach was really damaged and he got into me on accident. He couldn't turn the car, so I picked up a little damage. I rode around for a little bit, and then on one of the cautions I got my car fixed, and I was able to move up.
You know, you start creeping up through the field, not being too aggressive, slowly picking off people, probably some of your style, you know, it's part of your plan. And you get the white flag. You're a little bit behind Moody. Were you worried that you might be a little too far behind just because, you know, it's these cars are on edge. It isn't as easy to pass on these as it is other cars on this track. Yes, no, maybe. Were you worried?
Oh.
John?
Lost John.
John, you got a copy?
His mom's congratulating him.
John, your mom is waiting for answers.
Well, damn, Landon was worried about gas coming to the
He
end.
just
and Jonathan was
disconnected
worried
from the
about headset.
iRace server.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got
Yes.
you. We got you.
Okay, sorry, the bad connection. Yeah, I was definitely worried a little bit. This track felt like a 1.5 mile, so I was trying to back up the entry and then kind of trying to get a good run off. So I was able to get a good run off with the draft from Moody. I was able to cut low on him, and that's what won me the race. Ultimately, I was able to get below him and then kind of push him high and make sure I stayed middle. The bottom of the trial was super treacherous, so you had to stay middle high. If you so I was able to stay middle, get that gun run off, and I'm so pumped I won.
Yeah, we definitely seen. I seen Brady sideways through the trioval a lot tonight. It was one of the ones I seen sideways through the trioval, but it was definitely treacherous through there. A little bit of door banging with Moody. I'm sure you enjoyed that, but great win here tonight. You got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to? Oh, we lost him again.
We lost him again. We know one.
You got to come back and thank your mom.
This whole,
there he is, and he's got to thank Dan too, because Dan said that John's not his favorite driver. Can we hear you now, Jonathan? What is his issue?
his PC died on him.
Got you. Hello. Jonathan Burt. Got James in the booth. Get a copy? I should just drag your mom in. She can give your interview. And then she can just thank John.
Thank John.
Like to thank John's grandma, great grandma, great grandma. We'll go through the whole line.
The whole bloodline.
$5 from user 2820. Thanks, John's mom. That is awesome.
Y'all got me.
I got you now.
Hey, so hurry up while I still have connection. Hey, obviously, I want to apologize to Zach. I accidentally hit him during the race, getting loose off corner. Didn't mean to get into my teammate, but thanks to Zach, thanks to Matt, thanks to Daniel from Texas Speed, thanks for everyone at Texas Speed, and I can finally thank my own mom. So thanks, Mom.
Yeah, he doesn't have to say thanks, John's mom, because it's already implied. User 2820 said thanks, John's mom, with the $5 super chat.
Hell yeah!
Thank you, Micah.
Is that who that is?
That's Micah. Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Micah. All right, guys. Great run here tonight. I am smiling. If you can't tell, I'll be down and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit, or I'll pull Ash.
All right,
I'll be over.
Whatever we end up doing. All right.
I think it.
Yeah. All right, guys. That is going to be it for tonight. Thanks for coming out. Especially you, John's mom. Appreciate every single one of you. Great racing here tonight. We'll be back Monday night with some dirt racing. You don't want to miss that. Season finales here for season 2 of 2025 on iRacing and the final race for the ARCA Dirt Series. Make sure you guys don't miss it. Make sure you got the notification on. And as always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.